Welcome to Seize the Mains by Raj Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is season 3 of our daily answer writing initiative, Seize the Mains. Since we have made some changes, we have shifted this entire initiative to our website. You will find the link to our question discussion for today and tomorrow in the description below. Click on that link, go to our website, click pictures of your answers, whatever you're writing, or type your answers on our website and get them evaluated by our experts entirely free of cost. So moving on, it's day 2 of our season 3 and the question this we gave yesterday in our weekly current affairs video for IR, International Relations and Security. Yesterday, Snigdha ma'am discussed India-Nepal relations very much in a detailed manner, and this is the question that we have. Let's read this out. Question is, India and Nepal have had close ties since ancient times. So, this is a statement in quote unquote. Discuss the character of the bilateral ties in the current times. Also enumerate the challenges that hinder further progress of the bilateral ties. Answer in 250 words for 15 marks. And this topic is from GS paper 2, India and its neighborhood relations. So, this concerns your GS paper 2. So, this question has two parts to it. First of all, it says that India and Nepal have had good ties since ancient times. Yes, that is true. So, this first quote unquote statement will help us write our introduction. It will create the base for our answer, the starting for our answer. Discuss the character of the bilateral ties in the current times. We know that relations between India and Nepal are not so good in the current times. So, indirectly the statement is asking you to discuss how are the current relations, and the second part of the question asks you to enumerate the challenges. Whenever the word enumerate is there, enumerate directive means you have to give a numbering. What are the challenges there? So, just list down the challenges. Let's see how we'll approach this question. The part 1 says, ask you about current status of India-Nepal relationships. Are they cordial or not cordial, or are they better than before, or have they worsened? So, what have India-Nepal relations been in the past decade or more than that? They have sadly worsened with time. So, this is the approach we'll be taking. We'll be starting from a positive point of view, and then we'll be showing that how they have gone down, how the graph has fallen. And here we'll use a paragraph to answer this part. In the second part about challenges will be answered in a point format. Now moving on, introduction. See, every answer has to have an introduction, and your introduction should have 3 to 5 lines. Not more than that, and these should not be vague. Same चीज़ को बार बार नहीं लिखना है. You don't have to repeat the same thing again and again. If a line is not making sense, you don't have to stress upon importance of the things mentioned in the question. जो line sense बनाए सिर्फ वही लिखिए, चाहे 2 लाइनें लिखिए. So, first of all, how you can start is that India and Nepal are close neighbors. Then you can mention that we have open borders. We do not have a very strict border. Then you can talk about the kinship and culture. What is kinship and culture? That we have cultural ties with Nepal. There are kinship ties we have with Nepal due to the religious ties, the ties of Hinduism, Buddhism and other religions. We have this kinship and cultural bond also. And then you talk about the 1950 treaty, Indo-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1950. ये base है, this treaty is the base of relations of India and Nepal till the current times. And then we can move to talk about the areas of cooperation. Where are we cooperating? And then after that we'll discuss the challenges. So, how to study relationships of any country with any other country. See, there are websites of embassies. For example, this is, as you can see here, this is Embassy of India based in Kathmandu, Nepal. If you go to their website, they talk about India-Nepal relations, and they give you a list of wherever areas of cooperation are. India और नेपाल के बीच में क्या relations चल रहे हैं वो आपको website जो embassy की है उस पर मिल जाएगा, and from there on you can get further material for your answer, how to approach the answer. These all points, they have been taken from the website itself. So, that's how easy it is. Now, moving on to body paragraph 1, what are the areas of cooperation? Why are we talking about areas of cooperation? क्योंकि जो first part है answer का, current status of India-Nepal relationship, The part 1 of your answer asks you to talk about what is the current status. So let's start by talking about what are the areas of cooperation between India and Nepal, and then we'll say that relationships have not been good in the recent times in the past, and let's see what are the problems associated with them. So what are the areas of cooperation between India and Nepal ties? First of all, defense cooperation. We train army personnel from Nepal as well. नेपाल की आर्मी के लिए बहुत सारे ऑफिसर्स इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, इंडियन डिफेंस फोर्सेस ट्रेन करती हैं. There is defense cooperation. There is defense cooperation happening on the weapon and technology transfer as well. So there you'll define it. Secondly, there is about connectivity and development partnership. बहुत सारी roads, railways, infrastructure projects have been developed for the connectivity front. Then we have the water resources cooperation. There are many rivers which start in Nepal. जो glaciers हैं, glaciers are in Nepal, and then they flow down. These rivers जो होती हैं, they flow down to India. So water resources जो हैं वो commonly shared हैं between India and Nepal. So we have a lot of cooperation around water resources as well. A lot of dams are constructed. Energy cooperation is there, or cooperation with regards to power generation is there. Economic cooperation, trade. Nepal does not have a maritime boundary. See here, Nepal is a landlocked country between India and China or India and Tibet, whatever. So Nepal की कोई maritime boundary नहीं है. So Nepal has got rights to trade through these ports of India. इस side से India के maritime boundary से Nepal has the rights to trade, and India also helps it a lot in export and import. Sixth part is the education. The seventh part is the culture of Buddhism, or the recent visit of our Prime Minister to Nepal, to Lumbini, birthplace of Lord Buddha. So these are the areas of cooperation. Write them after your introduction paragraph, and then move on to write about what are the challenges, what are the irritants that you can say that recently or in the previous one decade relationships have relationship with Nepal has not been good, and these can be the following reasons. What have been the following reasons? First of all, the biggest issue is the border dispute. See, this is your body paragraph 2. This is the part 2 of your answer. This is the part 2 of your answer. ये जो part है after introduction, this part will be there, the second para. Third para will be your body paragraph, and then we'll have the conclusion. So your answer will have 4 parts. The first one, the first challenge is the border dispute. Obviously, there are many areas, ऐसी बहुत सारी जगहें हैं जो कि disputed territories हैं between India and Nepal. For example, the Lipu Lake Pass is there, and or the Kalapani River dispute is there. Then secondly, we have the flooding of rivers, because glaciers Nepal में located हैं, and seasonally, on a seasonal basis, a lot of flooding happens, especially in the state of Bihar in India. So those treaties have to be revised. Those treaties, new treaties have to be signed to establish cooperation over this area. Again, we have this anti-India sentiment. Nepalese people think that India wants to support monarchy in Nepal, or India wants to dominate the whatever government is there in Nepal. So that there is a lot of anti-India sentiment. The fourth one is the China factor, the OBOR, One Belt One Road initiative of China. Nepal has acceded to it. Nepal has said yes to it, and it is against the interest of India. The fifth one is the open borders. A lot of smuggling takes place, a lot of violence, a lot of illegal activities take place, and a lot of migrants come from this particular open border that we have with Nepal. The sixth one is the Madhesis issue, which Madhesis live near the border of India and Nepal. So this is a major irritant. There can be more challenges also that you can think of. So now moving on to the last part, that is conclusion. Also mentioning, you will find the detailed answer, the complete answer to this question on our website. The link is there in the description below. Go to our website, see the question, read the entire answer, then come back to this video again and frame your own answer, post it on the website, get it evaluated. So conclusion, as I always say, just always end on a positive note, but on a practical note, come out with solutions. And then write about the recent developments. So yesterday also it was discussed the weekly current affairs lecture about the West Seti power project. West Seti project of India and Nepal. See, mains is in September, or if you are not writing mains this year, so you will be writing it next year. So you will have a lot of current affairs. If there is any other power project or any other new event that has happened between India and Nepal, so you can talk about that also. So this West Seti power project, this has been given to India. Earlier it was controlled by China. This is placed in Nepal. And if India can take this over successfully, अगर India इसको successfully within time complete कर सकता है, then again this has the chance to restore the lost relationship between India and Nepal. So on this note, using this example or any example from current affairs, you can say that despite of the challenges and despite of the deteriorating relationship, now we have this chance through this power project or through the other current affairs happening through the new events that restoration of old relations can take place. So that's how you end on a positive note. See, this was an indicative video. This is an indicative video to write your answer. Click on the link in the description, go back to our website, read the full answer, post your doubts in the comment section or anything new that you want from our side, and we'll see you again at 9 p.m. Keep working hard and share your answers with us. All the best.